leaving Flyboys Deli here in Beaver Creek, and look who we ran into.
Hi!
EAA. You gotta wave. Anyway, EAA is holding down Flyboys Deli. You guys gotta stop here. It's at the Fairfield Commons Mall. We're heading over to Memphis Belle. Andrew and I, Paul, Pam, they're gonna go see Aluminum Overcast over at Dayton Wright Brothers. We'll see you guys. Take care. We're driving here, going over to MTS Toys and Hobbies. I'm with Andrew. You guys notice he has a goatee now?
I grew a goatee so people could tell us apart.
We're going to go over here to MTS Toys and Hobbies, and then we're going to go to Aluminum Overcast over at Dayton Wright Brothers. So our plans have changed. Since it's raining, we have nothing to do except a whole bunch of stuff to do.
Except not nothing, but
anyway, this is going to be like a vlog for the day. Enjoy the day.
We're interesting.
Not really. Guys, we're heading over to Wright Brothers to go see the Aluminum Overcast P17 Isaiah. See, you guys seen our videos, but
oh yeah.
Take care, Isaiah. Hey, I like the new addition.
Oh yeah.
You guys see the new models up here? Pretty cool.
I'm an aviation nut.
That's right.
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams.
Dewey.
He actually, I met him probably back in '97. I flew a Casa in a little grass strip in Jeffersonville, Ohio. Andrew and I were with Lorraine Morris. She's actually flying it here at Dayton Wright Brothers, and we're going to go take a quick look at it, and then we're going over to Memphis Belle, so, or at least we'll try. You ready, Mr. Old Time?
Oh, it's kind of new for me, but we'll try.
Yeah, all right. Wow.
Today is its birthday. It is 73 years old. It was manufactured May 18th of 1945, right after the end of the war in Europe and right before the end of the war in the Pacific, so it never saw service. All right, do you know how long a belt of ammunition is?
No.
Yards.
That's it.
It's the whole 9 yards.
It's giving them the whole 9 yards.
It's 9 yards.
27 feet, 9 yards for one belt.
You know,
Each gun carried only one belt of ammunition because they were such a big deal to change. So they only carried one per.
so they had to be careful not
They had
to,
to be careful.
not to run out.
It would last just over a minute if you held it down full.
It's the Bombay area. Uh-oh, my belt.
Here's the crank
Oh,
for
okay.
emergency gear crank. And if you're doing the flaps, it hooks on here, and that's the cargo bay emergency.
What, how long you been flying it?
This is my 5th year.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep, just got checked out as aircraft commander.
Give us throttles.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh,
All
okay.
of them together like that.
Oh, okay.
So,
Creep them up that way.
creep it back. Throttle lock forward locks them all. Throttle lock to the back locks the inboards, and then your outboards can still move.
Okay.
Why you would want to do that, I'm really not too sure.
Huh.
But propellers, high RPM, low RPM is way down here.
Good gracious.
High RPM's here. The big thing on this to get you, mixtures. Full forward is idle cutoff.
Okay, it's
Full
backwards.
back, yeah, it's backwards. So you think about it before you reach for those. And everything has got its own throttle lock, and we leave them where they are. They really don't need to be adjusted too much.
do the mixtures have like auto lean and auto rich and stuff?
We do. We have idle cutoff, auto lean, auto rich, and emergency rich, which we don't use because it's the same as auto rich.
And these are safety wired, so you can't go to emergency rich. Magnetos?
Correct.
Wow, check that out.
Left and right. We have an additional set of oil filters on this. Originally they were just the Hello.
How you doing?
I heard people talking. I
Yeah.
thought I should come up and listen.
Originally, it was just the inline filters, and now we have an additional ADC filters on there. That you had the Kunos were the originals. These we have a filter and a chip light detector all on the same, so there's extra filters on the inline. That gives us kind of heads up if anything goes wrong.
Start.
So it's
producing
true,
metals.
yeah. So it's truly a two-person airplane. You can't fly it by yourself. For starting, you need 5 hands. The starters and the mesh switches are over here for both engines. The primers are over here. Hold on, I'm gonna get this out of the way. I'll pull this back a bit. So you start and mesh 2 and then 1, then 3 and then 4. And while you're doing all this, your primers are up here. So the right person's running the starters, the meshers, the primers. The person in the left seat is turning on the magnetos, running the mixtures, and then adjusting the throttle to get it to start right.
Okay.
So it takes a lot of hands to get it going.
Sounds like you need 5 or 6 hands,
You do. You do.
but you guys are making it do with 4.
Yes.
Man, look at these rudder pedals on this thing.
They do adjust, which is very nice for short people like me.
Yeah, these things are mammoth.
4 generators, 1 for each engine. We have a hydraulic system, which runs our brakes, our normal brakes, and our cowl flaps only. That's all they run with the hydraulic.
Hydraulically controlled cowl flaps.
Yep, and that's it. I believe originally the hydraulics also did a little bit of the gun charging and some of the turret systems, but it's an electric airplane. Everything else is electric.
Wow.
In fact, even our hydraulics are run with an electric pump.
Right,
So it's an electric airplane, which is pretty amazing for 1935 when you consider that a lot of homes didn't have electricity in 35. So it's a pretty big deal. They made 12,731 of these airplanes. Of that number, rough numbers, about 5,000 were lost in combat, and about 5,000 were lost in training and ferrying accidents. Because a lot of the people that were flying this, and we've talked to the veterans, they would have 200 to 300 hours total time.
Right.
And they were put in this, and they were 22 years old, and they are now in charge of a fleet.
Across the ocean,
Yeah,
take
across
your
the
plane to
ocean.
combat.
Yeah. So the average age of a crew member on the B-17, including the 4 pilots or the 4 officers and the 6 enlisted, the average age was 19 years and 7 months old.
We're too old, Andrew. We're too old.
We joke that we have a 25-year-old and we won't let him borrow the car.
Right,
You know,
right.
so
Yep,
they,
yep.
they had all this
Different
responsibility.
Times.
Yeah.
Different times.
Yeah, we do have, it's all DC powered. We do have an inverter. We have a main inverter, which is modern, and we have a spare, which is the old one that clackety clacks away. And the only thing it powers is our flap indicator.
Really?
Yeah,
Seriously.
that is AC powered.
Huh.
So when we start up the airplane and we turn on, or when we just get in and do our pre-flight, we'll turn a battery on, lower the flaps, it doesn't show down.
Where's the flap handle?
It's right here.
Oh,
It's a little switch. It's everything's off. It runs and it's supposed to stop when it gets to the end of its travel, and it does. But we always bring it back to the neutral position, same as our gear switch. Which to get it up, you have to move the paddle out. But to get it down, you just hit it down.
Okay.
But you always put it back to neutral when it's
We
done
do.
cycling.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have gear down indicator, which is green light, and it indicates all 3, but our tail wheel is locked down all the time. And that's so that we can give rides, and we have a bench right by where the tail wheel is. Because when the tail wheel retracts, that mechanism throws itself into the back of the airplane, and by locking it down, one less wheel we don't have to worry about.
And more room.
And we'll
All right, guys, we just left Dayton Wright Brothers in aluminum overcast. So, what do you think about it, Andrew?
That was pretty cool. That's the 3rd B-17 we've seen this weekend.
Yes. Well, we're heading over to Yellow Springs to Jim Hammond's. Our buddy Dan is bringing home a Pete and Pole air camper, Model A powered, back from Rodhead, Wisconsin. We're going to go help unload it. So, let's go take a look at that. All right, we just got to Jim's.
Don't let us wife see that video, Dewey. She thinks I'm at church.
Was that a long drive?
It wasn't too bad. 6.5 hours, something like that.
When did you go?
Oh, I left yesterday morning. Got there about 4 o'clock. yesterday afternoon, and then I got it almost all loaded last night and finished it up this morning. Hit the road about 7.
All right, guys. You guys see that's a 28-foot peat and pole wing, one piece. 29. Same thing, except a foot more. Sharp looking peat and pole, Dan.
Yeah, buddy.
Do you think millennials know what this is?
I sure hope not.
You didn't have to sleep in the back of this truck last night, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was better friends with Ted than that.
Up at the Dewey Drome, and actually Dan brought an engine back for Jim Hammond, and we're getting an aircraft restored, or he is. So Andrew's car, we're going to put an engine in Andrew's car, and we're waiting for Dan to bring the engine. And off we go. We're at the drome, as you guys can see. You guys ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Take 2. Take this to David.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Thanks.
You're welcome. All right. We'll see you, man.
Thanks for the help, Dewey.
No, thank you for bringing that big ass trailer to my place.
All right, we're in Texas Roadhouse. There's Justin and Aaron, Andrew and I. We just had dinner. We're going to head over to Young's Dairy here shortly. But man, we've had a busy day. I'm getting a little tired, and that's really about it. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Yeah. Justin has an RV4. Well, Justin and Aaron. All right, it's a husband and wife. You got to give her credit. So she sits in the back seat. Anyway, we'll see you guys at Young's.
All right, guys, we're heading home. We didn't go to Young's Dairy.
But I got ice cream anyway.
Yeah, Andrew ate some. I did not. Thanks, Jim. See you, Kay. We're at the Mills Park Hotel in Yellow Springs. You guys got to come and check it out.